No better tradition than hockey. Tradition Companies is proud to serve our community's youth sports. Visit us at traditioncompanies.com to learn more.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
What if there's a place where everything was hockey?
He can skate. Here comes Steves in on goal, all alone.
In Minnesota, there is.
Scores!
So Anabai Construction Company started in 1905. So I'm the third generation, and now we have Eric and Jake.
One of the neatest things that I get to do when I go new places and talk about Tradition Companies is talk about the history of the company, and you know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years.
Really, it just came down to, you know, trying to figure out better ways to serve the customer, and so it wasn't necessarily about making more money, but it was about providing a more seamless turnkey customer experience. So just kind of slowly over the years we added additional pieces to the puzzle.
So we started the Tradition Companies basically to figure out how we could do vertical integration that encompassed pretty much everything from the dirt to the final closing at title.
Hockey Night in Minnesota, streaming proudly. Sponsored by City and County Credit Union.
There's no better tradition than hockey. Tradition Companies is proud to serve our community's youth sports. Visit traditioncompanies.com for more information on how we can assist you with your land development, financial services, and home building needs.
And good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to Tradition Company's Hockey Night in Minnesota with KARE 11 right here on Minnesota Hockey TV and all across the KARE 11 streaming platforms. Tonight we are live from the St. Louis Park Rec Center and will feature a Metro West Conference battle between 18-4-1 Chanhassen and 17-5 Benilde-St. Margaret. Along with Mike Greenlay, I'm Blake Mortensen with tonight's play-by-play call. So, Mike, tonight we have a very young team in the Storm and a team with a mix of seniority and underclassmen in the Red Knights. And we also have two teams that are poised to make a state tournament run. You know, obviously more so Benilde-St. Margaret's. They're the number 2 team in the state for Class AA, but Chanhassen, they can make a run as well, so it should be a fun one here tonight.
Yeah, both these teams have had a pretty good run here in the last month or two, month and a half. Benilde-St. Margaret, in their past 16 games, have won 15 of them in a row until last game. Their last game, which they lost only 2-1. And then, of course, you have Chanhassen, who won 12 of their last 13 games as well, including 7 straight right now. So both of them are really hot. Both of these teams are playing really well. Both these teams are not giving up a lot of goals. So it should be a good battle between these two clubs.
Like you said, Benilde-St. Margaret's, they were on a long winning streak before losing to Chaska on February 12th in their most recent game. They lost that game 2-1. But, you know, you can't win them all. And then, yeah, Chanhassen, they've been red hot too. They're coming off a victory over Orno 4-3. So yeah, I mean, two, like you said, very, very hot teams at the right time of the season. We're, you know, almost to the playoff section playoffs now. So it's, you know, always good to play your best hockey come this time.
Yeah, they got a couple games left. Both of these squads have a couple games left. So, you know, when you look at it from a coaching perspective, you want your team to be just poised to start rising here. You don't want to have anybody getting into any bad habits of any kind. You just want them to be on their game, thinking about what they need to do to be the best team that they can be, regardless of what style they play. And so we'll see which team's going to play the closest to their ability here. Both of them, Metro West teams, both of them with 22 points, and both of them kind of chasing Chaska, who's 4 points up on them. But yeah, it's definitely a warm-up here, and it's a good matchup as both these teams have played well.
And one note on Benilde-St. Margaret's, they are missing their second leading point getter in Drew Stewart. He has 33 points on the season. I'm not sure how long he's been out, but he is out tonight with a groin injury, so they're hoping he'll be back come section playoff time. I think he has been out for a while, but they're kind of just, you know, letting him rest up. Obviously, groin injuries are very hard to come back from, so they're hoping their number 2 point getter will be back come section playoff time.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to have your top guys out at this time of the year, but in the meantime, Benilde-St. Margaret's has done a very good job using the depth in their lineup over the last few games. They've had their third and fourth liners putting the puck in the net. They've had them actually win them some games. So when you have depth in your lineup, you can usually afford to have a situation where you lose the top player here or there and kind of cover for them until they can get back into the lineup. And I'm sure that in the next couple of games they'll be asking for that depth to step forward, and we'll see how they do.
So the Zamboni is out in between the warm-ups and the starting lineup, so we'll take one more break here, and we'll be back in about 4 minutes or so for the starting lineups, national anthem, and opening puck drop from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. You are watching Hockey Night in Minnesota, presented by Tradition Companies with Care 11.
I often think about why someone wouldn't want to be part of Tradition Companies, really. But for me, it's being part of a group of companies and people that will always want to be better and do so without ever cutting any corners, right? I've been here 12 years and I kind of feel like a youngster at times. I mean, for the most part, because we have guys in Ennebeck Construction that have worked for us for 35, 40 years.
It's just being involved with a brand that you can really stand behind and what it stands for. The quality, the not cutting corners, the customer-centric approach to all of the business entities.
What if there was a place where everything was hockey?
Oh, he can skate. Here comes Steve's in on goal, all alone.
In Minnesota, there is.
Scores!
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your deeks and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Always on, always moving, always connecting. With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, City and County Credit Union is here when and where you need us. A fast, safe, and contact-free way to manage your money. No matter where you are or what you're doing, be in control of your money with a checking account designed for life on the go. Because life is busy. We get it. Let us help. Visit City and County Credit Union to get started. Insured by NCUA.
There's no better tradition than hockey. Tradition Companies is proud to serve our community's youth sports. Visit traditioncompanies.com for more information on how we can assist you with your land development, financial services, and home building needs.
I often think about why someone wouldn't want to be part of Tradition Companies, really. But for me, it's being part of a group of companies and people that will always want to be better and do so without ever cutting any corners, right? I've been here 12 years and I kind of feel like a youngster at times. I mean, for the most part, because we have guys in Ennebeck Construction that have worked for us for 35, 40 years.
It's just being involved with a brand that you can really stand behind and what it stands for. The quality, the not cutting corners, the customer-centric approach to all of the business entities.
What if there was a place where everything was hockey?
Oh, he can skate. Here comes Steve's in on goal, all alone.
In Minnesota, there is.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools.
All right, welcome back, hockey fans, to the St. Louis Park Rec Center. The Red Knights are taking the ice right now for this matchup. Once again, it's Chanhassen and the number 2 team in the state, Benilde-St. Margaret's, coming our way next here for Hockey Night in Minnesota. Now Chanhassen is taking the ice. Looking at the leading scorers for both teams. For Benilde-St. Margaret's, Adam Marshall, he has the most points on the team with 36 points, 19 goals, 17 assists. And then, like we mentioned before the break, Drew Stewart, he's out of the lineup, but he has 33 points. Then also Brady Yakish, he has 31 points. And then Tristan Sarsland, 25 points. Of course, Tristan, he's most likely going to be a Mr. Hockey finalist, Mike, and he might be one of the favorites, quite possibly.
Well, I mean, he definitely has a great support group around him and has excelled in pretty much every area that you can. So there's a lot of great candidates, but it's great to see guys stepping up.
And then the top 3 players for Chanhassen, they're all sophomores, so a very young team for the Storm. Caden Lee has 26 points, Tyler Smith 23, and Jack Christ and Gavin Yieldkamp both have 22 points for Chanhassen. So we're meeting the starting lineups for Chanhassen. Let's listen in live from St. Louis Park Rec Center.
Starting at center for the Storm, a sophomore, number 9, Jack Christ. His left winger, a sophomore, number 16, Taylor Smith. And his right wing, a sophomore, number 14,
as we listen to the lineups, the starting goaltender will be Sean Gates. He's a senior goaltender on this team. He has a goals against average of 1.62 and a save percentage of .917. And now we have the starting lineups for Benilde-St. Margaret's. The starting goaltender will be number 35, Mason McElroy. McElroy, he has a record of 13-4, a goals against average of 1.70, and a save percentage of .929. Also 4 shutouts on the season. So 2 very solid goaltenders on both teams, and Sean Gates on Chanhassen, and then McElroy on Benilde-St. Margaret's, Mike.
Well, both these teams in general have been very stingy as of late. I mean, during these stretches of games that they've put together a lot of wins, they've done it with good defensive play, and they have not allowed a lot of goals.
And now we're going to have the national anthem from St. Louis Park. Puck drop coming up next here on Minnesota Hockey TV. And there we go. We're just about ready for the opening puck drop between Chanhassen with a record of 18-4-1 and Benilde-St. Margaret's with a record of 17-5. Once again, Sean Gates, the senior, with the start for Chanhassen. And then Mason McElroy, the sophomore goaltender, he will start for Benilde-St. Margaret. So we're just about ready to go here. Mike, any last thoughts before we get underway?
Any final thoughts?
Final thought? Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if who's going to start this game. Obviously, Benilde is coming off of a loss. They're going to be pretty hyped to get back in that win column after winning 15 straight. So I think you're going to see a pretty good surge from them early on in this game, given the depth that we talk about, the ability that this team has. But Chanhassen, I've seen them play a couple times this year. They've got a solid lineup. They've got some guys who can finish. So we'll see if they're able to. They're not going to run over Benilde. They're going to have to pick their spots to find a victory.
Ryan Gearin for Benilde-St. Margaret centering his team, and Jack Chris for Chanhassen to start this one. Off the face-off, it was won back by Chanhassen. We are underway from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. The Red Knights will enter the Chanhassen zone. Now the Storm come away with it, trying to flip it out, but kept in by Yakish as he sends it towards the net.
That's the kind of mistake that Chanhassen cannot make. You cannot just give the puck up to a team like Benilde. They'll make you pay. That time they got out of the zone unscathed.
Play continues back in the Benilde-St. Margaret zone. Yakish comes away with it on the near side. He finds a pass up to Marshall at neutral, fired right back in by Tyler Smith, number 16. Here's Sarsland behind the net, looking over his options. Sarsland sends it to the near side, over to his defensive partner, Yakish. Yakish recoups now. And trying to find the stretch pass there, up to number 18, Michael Rista, and could connect icing against Benilde-St. Margaret's.
That was the kind of stretch pass you might have seen at the Super Bowl yesterday, because that thing was about 2 feet in the air. I don't think he meant to hoist that up so high, and it ended up just being an icing call. But as I said, I think you're going to see an aggressive Benilde-St. Margaret's in this game. They're going to try everything they can to open up the ice, to stretch it, to get themselves into the offensive zone where the depth of their lineup can really go to work.
Just over a minute into this hockey game. The first shot on goal belongs to Benilde-St. Margaret's, and now we have another stoppage of play here. That will be an icing or offside against Chanhassen. Face off here at the neutral zone. Second line's out for Chanhassen. Ryan Nicholson centering. And Brendan McMorrow, the sophomore, centering for Benilde-St. Margaret's. And now the puck trickles out to the neutral zone. Here comes Benilde-St. Margaret's the other way. Shot and a goal! It gets right past the goaltender, Sean Gates. And not even 2 minutes into our hockey game, it's 1-0 Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Well, a beautiful pull and drag move at the face-off dot, and then a bit of a screen shot. I don't know if that caught a little bit of a deflection, but it certainly it looked like it could have fooled Gates just because of the change of direction, or a screen, one of the two. And he played exceptional a couple weeks back when we did a game with this team, and so was the reason that Chanhassen was able to get the victory. But that one, it looked like it just eluded him somehow, whether, like I said, whether it was a screen or a redirect of some sort.
So number 21, Ben Norris, the sophomore, scored the goal, his 9th of the season, and he was assisted by another sophomore, Brendan McMorrow, that was scored at 1:35 of period 1. So 1-0 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Here comes Chanhassen the other way, brought in by Eulenkamp, and he will just bat it down to the backboards. And now it's going to be fired out to neutral by Koski. The puck goes all the way down. No icing as it deflected off a player. Caden Lee. He will flip it off the glass, and that will be an icing against Chanhassen. 14.5 to go here in period 1.
Well, both these teams not so far are finding a lot of tape to tape. they're trying to bank some off the glass. They're trying to find a few of those stretch passes. They're trying to find guys in situations that aren't conducive to getting speed through the neutral zone here.
So an offensive zone face-off for Benilde-St. Margaret's. And right off the face-off, Marshall puts a shot on net, and Gates makes the save there. Just a reminder, tonight's game is sponsored by Tradition Companies. Tradition is a family of Minnesota-based companies working for good in our communities, helping you connect the dots between your land development, financial services, and home building needs. Learn more at traditionco.com. 14:15 to go here in period 1. It's going to be backhanded out by Chanhassen's Evan Miller. Fired all the way down. Goaltender McElroy comes out to play the puck, and here's Sarsland as he has pressure from Chanhassen's Jake Risch.
That was waved off for the ice because of the step up by the defenseman for Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Yakish gets it poked away by Parker. Puck goes to neutral and quickly brought right back in by Sarsland. Sarsland in the far corner. Now we'll have a battle for that puck as the puck goes up the far sideboards. Little shot there. Easy glove save for Gates. And we have another stoppage of play with 13:37 to go in period 1.
Well, as we saw in the last sequence, face-offs are going to be crucial here. Benilde won that last one cleanly, got themselves a great shot on goal, and here's another fairly clean face-off win in the offensive zone.
There's a shot by Thompson. It's going to deflect off a Chanhassen player's stick and go up into the netting. Another whistle here. Tonight's game is also sponsored by Sniper's Edge. Whether you train in your garage, at the rink, or the backyard, Sniper's Edge Hockey has the training products to help you play more and get better. Check us out online at snipersedgehockey.com to learn more. So another face-off here in the Chanhassen zone. Both teams will battle for that puck along the near half wall. Now it goes up to Yakish, who keeps it in. Puck wraps around the boards over to the far side.
That's got to be an out right there. Can't have the alligator arms on that poke out of the zone.
Here comes Chanhassen the other way, and now we have a penalty coming up against the Storm, I believe.
I think there might be a hook or something on the play because they had an opportunity. Eulenkamp a quick break. Oh, no, it's the other way, actually.
Yeah.
I thought that actually there would be a penalty, the offensive chance going to the Storm, but interesting. Okay. I didn't see what transpired there, but it was a good move nevertheless by Uhlenkamp. Maybe the pick or interference there was the reason why.
So Benilde-St. Margaret's is now on the power play. That's a tripping penalty.
So to answer your question or answer anybody's question why Uhlenkamp was so free to bust into the zone like that, there's some space cleared for him, and that's where the 2-minute penalty came.
On the season, Benilde-St. Margaret's is only 13 for 64 on the power play. So they're moving it around right now. They lead 1-0 as they got that early first period goal. There's a shot by Sarsland that deflects off the glove of Gates. Back up to Sarsland now. He will straddle the blue line in the middle. Now he gives it over to Rista. Back up to Sarsland on the far side. Backhanded down to Marshall now. Marshall sends it behind the net. Over to Rista.
Ooh.
There's a shot. Good opportunity there for the Red Knights.
That back door was wide open. Just had to get the stick on it and just fanned on that what should have been a tap in on the back door.
Just under 1 minute remaining on the power play for BSM. There's a shot and glove save there by Gates. 51 seconds to go on the power play for the Red Knights.
Well, if there's one thing I remembered about Sean Gates, the goaltender for the Storm, the last time I saw him play was that he had a fantastic glove hand, and he's continuing to show that. He's made 2 or 3 glove saves that just ended the play, which is what they need to do when they're killing a penalty.
Off the face-off, the Red Knights win it back once again. And kept in by Sarsland. Nice play there. You got to get that puck out. That's the 3rd or 4th time Chanhassen hasn't been able to clear the zone.
Yeah, that's that eventually will burn you. I mean, eventually it will catch up if it happens too often. Oof. Yeah, that's a penalty right there too on the forecheck.
So it's going to be a 5-on-3 power play now for Benilde-St. Margaret's for 23 seconds, and then
Caden Lee went in there on the forecheck, which is fine. It was a good pressure, but when the Red Knight player got a little bit of a step on him, he came chopping down across the ankles, and so now they have 2 guys in the box for 23 seconds.
And already we're not even halfway through this first period, and this is a big point in the game.
Well, we're talking about setting momentum, and Benilde-St. Margaret's already has the 1-0 lead. You don't want to let them build this early in the hockey game. Then you're chasing the rest of the way.
Thompson shoots it, and the puck goes off the pipe. Back up to Thompson now. 5-on-3 for 10 more seconds. Shot there that goes over the net by Gavin Reed. Thompson once again on the near side. Shot there. Nice block by Matthias Bosch, number 18. And now we're back to 5-on-4 hockey here for a minute and a half, as it's going to be backhanded all the way down by Chanhassen. Picking it up is Thompson. He will dish it over to his defensive partner, Reed. Reed now backhands it back to McMorrow. McMorrow going through neutral. In the far corner now. And now he passed it up to Marshall at the blue line, but he couldn't hold the zone. The puck goes all the way down.
Well, at least they got the one man out of the box. And they still have to kill off his second penalty, but they got away with a 5-on-3 against for about half a minute.
45 seconds to go on the power play for the Red Knights. Here's Sarsland. Now Rista. Marshall. And trying to center the pass there out front, and the puck deflects up into the netting. Another stoppage of play. 10:02 to go here in period 1, and still 34 seconds remaining on the power play for the Red Knights.
Benilde really looking to place their passes right now on the power play. They're not a team that is sending it to a big shooter at the point or taking big one-timers on the flank. They just seem to be trying to look for that feed, cross zone, and deflection.
There's an errant pass there by Sarsland, and was brought into the Benilde-St. Margaret zone by Evan Miller. Now play back in the Chanhassen zone. Flip to center ice. Yakish sends it over to the far side as Ben Thompson comes on the ice off the bench and receives the pass. And that does it for the power play for Benilde-St. Margaret, as there's a shot by Baird, who's blockered away by goaltender Gates. So, that's a huge kill for Chanhassen. The momentum's still on Benilde-St. Margaret's side, Mike. They've totally dominated this first period so far.
No, they've definitely had their chances, and some of them created because of Chanhassen, but Chanhassen so far, other than that one goal, has gotten away with it, so we'll see if they can battle back before the period ends.
Shots on goal, 9-0 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's, and of course they lead 1-0 with 8:45 to go here in our first frame. And now a pass there that was supposedly tipped in by Tyler Hansen. I'm not sure if he got a piece of that.
The phantom deflection?
Yeah. Picked up by Baird in the Red Knight zone. Baird carries it out to neutral. He will backhand it all the way into the Chanhassen zone. Now picked up by Biskins. Biskins will battle for that puck along with Gino Gotti. Kept in by the Red Knights as Guerin sends it down to the near corner. Brought out by Chanhassen, but here's Sarsland coming the other way. Sarsland gets it poked away there momentarily. He will regain possession. There's a shot. And once again, the puck goes up and out of play. Just under 8 to go in period one. Shots on goal now 11-0 in favor of the Red Knights. And, of course, they lead 1-0 over Chanhassen.
That was a pretty solid shot right there coming in from the point. Lervik had that one picked for the upper blocker side, and Sean Gates was able to get enough of it to send it into the netting.
So another face-off in the Storm zone. Marshall comes away with it. Marshall trying to find a pass there, but it was intercepted by the Storm's Bosch. He sends it all the way down for an icing. Another stoppage of play. Just a reminder, tonight's game is also sponsored by TRIA, City County Credit Union, and St. Cloud State. Another face-off in the Chanhassen zone. It will go to the left of Sean Gates. 7:45 to go here in period one. There's a shot blocked away by Bosch in front of the net there. Now here's Caden Lee controlling for the Storm. He dishes it back to Cole Baker. Baker's able to move it out there, but it's tipped in there momentarily by the Red Knights. Now back in the Chanhassen zone. Once again flipped out by Risch this time. Here's a 2-on-1 for Chanhassen. Shot there. And a nice defensive play by Yakish, breaking that one up.
And that shot from the side of the net may count as their first shot on goal, and it does. Their first shot on goal of the hockey game was 7:02 left in the first period.
Of course, Benilde-St. Margaret's, they have 11 shots on net so far. Intercepted by the Red Knights. Another errant pass there by the Storm, and we have another penalty coming up, this time on Benilde-St. Margaret's, it looks like. So Chanhassen heading to the power play for the first time in this hockey game.
Well, no better time than the present for them, because they have not been able to generate any offense. They just got their first shot a few seconds ago. It was a really sharp angle, weak shot from the side, but they have a power play and an opportunity to go on the offense here.
On the season, Chanhassen has a power play of 21%. And on the penalty kill, Benilde-St. Margaret's is at 89%. So Chanhassen, they are moving the puck around right now on the power play, but it's going to be backhanded out by McMorrow to neutral. And the puck goes into the Chanhassen zone, picked up by Biskins. He gives it over to Baker. Baker looking over his options, gives it back to Biskins at neutral. Now he finds Joey Parker on the pass. Now play over on the far side. Coming away with it is Stenger. He will drive out with it. Minute 13 to go on the power play for Chanhassen. They trail 1-0 here. Brought back in by the Storm, but it's quickly backhanded through neutral by the Red Knights. Goaltender Gates will come out to play the puck. Baker behind the net. Just under a minute to go on the power play now. Chanhassen still looking to establish their offense on their first power play of the game. Kept in at the point by Ben Curtis. Back to Curtis now. He gives it over to his defensive partner, Joe Garraby. Back to Garraby now. Now he finds a pass to Risch. Curtis backhands it across the blue line. Back to Garraby. And it's going to be flipped out by Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Very aggressive penalty kill by Benilde-St. Margaret's. They're not giving any room up near that blue line. They are pressing their forwards all the way up and forcing the Storm to really move that puck around a lot quicker than I think that they want to. I think they want to be able to set things up, and they're not given the opportunity to do so.
And now here's an opportunity and a goal! Right when the power play expires, Gavin Eulenkamp buries it for Chanhassen to tie the game at 1 apiece. That will not be a power play goal, as BSM was just getting back to full strength, but doesn't matter. It's first goal of the game, tying it up at 1 apiece. A huge goal there for the Storm on their second shot of the hockey game.
Yeah, what a terrific play, and that began. It was a bit of a 2-on-1, kind of broke in there. Jake Risch came in with a nice little backhand feed right across the crease, and Eulenkamp just needed to plow that into the open side, which he did. The shot's 12-2, but the score is 1 apiece.
Assisted by number 25, Jake Risch, and 31, Ben Curtis.
So once again, that was Gavin Eulenkamp scoring his 12th goal of the season to tie it up at 1 apiece. He was assisted by number 25, Jake Risch, and number 21, Ben Curtis. So a huge goal there for Chanhassen to tie it up at 1 apiece. Chanhassen controls it once again in their offensive zone. A shot there. Now controlled by the Red Knights. It's Gavin Reed. Reed backhands it up to Norris. And Norris shoots it out to neutral. Now backhanded into the Chanhassen zone by McMorrow. Sent over to the far side by Baker. So Eulenkamp, he scores the goal to get his team's first goal of the game. There's an opportunity for the Red Knights. And a goal! Right after Chanhassen scores to tie it up, the Red Knights come right back, and they score to regain their lead. That's Tristan Sarsland, the senior captain, making it 2-1.
Well, that was kind of an awkward little goal in its own right. I mean, a feed across the crease that just didn't find anybody, but somehow it ended up on the Benilde-St. Margaret stick, and it just slid it into the open side. It really looked uncontested. So a quick response here, and they have the lead again. Time running out in the first.
So we have 3:35 to go here in period 1, and here's the official announcement. So once again, it was Tristan Sarsland scoring his 9th goal of the season to make it 2-1. And the single assist went to number 21, Ben Norris. That's Norris's second point on the night. Of course, he scored the first goal early in this first period to make it 1-0. Play continues in the Chanhassen zone, picked up by Yakish. Now that was Stenger. He got it poked away there. Now play in the near corner, still in the Chanhassen zone. And it's going to be passed out by Risch. And an icing there. 2:39 to go here in period 1. Once again, it's 2-1 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Well, one thing Benilde does very well, I believe, before their last game, 4 games in a row with 50-plus shots in each game. 4 games in a row, and then last game, of course, was a battle against Chaska, which they lost. But they aren't afraid to put the puck towards the net, and well on their way here. I mean, they're starting to rack up the kind of numbers and shots that.
And there's another opportunity, a nice pass over to Marshall by trying to catch the number of the player who passed it over to Marshall. Another grade A opportunity there for the Red Knights, and the puck goes up and out of play for a stoppage of play. And it looks like it was Dockman with the pass over to Marshall. So 2:12 to go here in period 1. We have a battle for that puck along the backboards. Now it squirts out to the near sideboards, and now carried out by Eulenkamp. Exactly 2 minutes to go now. Play at neutral on the near side. Now back to Yakish. Yakish over to Sarslin. Now there's a pass up to Giron. Quickly brought back out by Chris to neutral, and he will fire it all the way down. Chanhassen will get some fresh legs on the ice. Here's Yakish. Sends it up the far half wall. Now flip to neutral. Dockman will come away with it. Dockman lost the puck there, but trailing him was McMorrow. He shoots it wide of the net. Now coming away with it is Joe Garraby. Garraby finds a pass. Nice shot there by number 29, Drew Jensen. And another stoppage of play. 1:17 to go here in period 1.
Nice setup there. I got the puck right to the middle of the ice. And a good quick release. Possible screen there. McElroy made a good save through the traffic. But that was, other than the goal that they scored, that was the best chance of the game. They've only had 3 shots on goal.
And there's another opportunity. Lee shoots it wide of the net. Now a battle for that puck behind the net. Lee once again, he found an opening there and drove to the slot. Was unable to get the shot on net. Here's Ben Thompson. Finds a pass, and it's flipped out by the Red Knights. Now brought in by McMorrow into the Chanhassen zone. And puck is still loose. Couple opportunities there for the Red Knights. I've noticed Benilde-St. Margaret's doing that similar play all throughout this period. They've done that a couple times now.
Yeah, they're feeding it. They're going east to west on these passes, and what a tremendous save there by Gates. He was able to drag the leg, make the save, and it did carry him around in between his pads, and got some help from his defenseman who cleared it. But that can be tough. That can be a little dicey when there's a lot of east-west, west-to-east passes back and forth when you're coming into the zone.
Looking at the Let's Play Hockey top 20 or Class AA rankings, Cretin-Durham Hall clocks in at number 1, while Benilde-St. Margaret's, they're right behind them at number 2. So we have 17 seconds to go here in period 1. Still 2-1 in favor of the home team, BSM. Play continues out the neutral zone, fired back in by Yakish. 7 seconds to go, sent over to the far side in the Chanhassen zone. Chris. He's lucky that there was only 1 second remaining, but you got to get that puck out, as Giron was able to intercept the puck there, and that's something they need to improve on going into period number 2.
Well, as I mentioned at the outset here, Chanhassen needs to pick their spots and need to make good on those. They're clearly not going to get the type of opportunities that Benilde are getting. They need to make certain of those little plays. They, on numerous occasions, did not get the puck out of their own zone, and that's just adding to the onslaught of shots that you're going to see from this Benilde team.
So once again, it's Benilde-St. Margaret's 2 and Chanhassen 1 after 1 period of play. Shots on goal 15-3 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. We'll take a break here, and we'll come back about halfway through this first intermission and recap the scoring from period number 1. You are watching Hockey Night in Minnesota, presented by Tradition Companies with Care 11. We'll be back, everybody.
Better tradition than hockey. Tradition Companies is proud to serve our community's youth sports. Visit us at traditioncompanies.com to learn more.
The history of Tradition Capital Bank goes back to 2005. There were a couple different companies in existence already, Tradition Mortgage and Tradition Wealth Management. And I had known Eric Hendrickson, the president of Tradition Mortgage, another gentleman by the name of Reed Evenson, knew a gentleman by the name of Tip Ennebeck, and said, hey, how cool would it be to start a bank someday to really serve our clients, not only on the mortgage side of things, not only on the wealth management side of the business, but to have a bank that can serve all their needs. And so we literally, with a group of investors back in 2005, $10 million of capital, started Tradition Capital Bank. Since 2005, we've grown every year, year over year, just taking care of clients through relationships. We're all about relationships at Tradition, and we want to take care of our clients well. We started with $10 million in capital, and 15 years later, coming into our 15th year of business, we are now an $850 million bank that has a business banking division that serves small business clients. We have a private banking division that serves clients individually. And we also have a construction development and mortgage business that works nicely with our other companies, providing housing to thousands of people year over year. At Tradition, we're a high-touch, high-tech bank. And what I mean by that is we have one-on-one relationships with all of our clients. When you walk in, we know you by name. Yet, when it's Saturday night and you're working on things, you can do online banking, mobile banking, and have access to all of the technology that all the big banks have to offer. So you get the best of both worlds, high touch, high tech.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on Care 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on Care 11.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your dekes and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Always on, always moving, always connecting. With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, City and County Credit Union is here when and where you need us. A fast, safe, and contact-free way to manage your money. No matter where you are or what you're doing, be in control of your money with a checking account designed for life on the go. Because life is busy. We get it. Let us help. Visit City and County Credit Union to get started. Insured by NCUA.
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your dekes and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
All right, welcome back, hockey fans. We're going to recap the scoring here from period number 1. At 1:35 of the period, Benilde-St. Margaret struck first with a goal from number 21, Ben Norris. And that was his 9th goal of the season. The single assist went to number 19, Brendan McMorrow. And then with 4:49 remaining in the period, Chanhassen tied it up at 1 apiece with a goal from number 14, Gavin Eulenkamp. The first assist went to number 25, Jake Risch. Second assist to number 21. That is Ben Curtis, so that tied it up at 1 apiece for Chanhassen. Then with 3:38 remaining, Benilde-St. Margaret's came right back and got their lead, 1-goal lead back with a goal from the senior captain, number 6, Tristan Sarsland, his 9th goal of the season. And the single assist went to number 21, Ben Norris. That was Norris's 2nd point of the night. Like I said, he scored that first goal. So 2-1, Benilde-St. Margaret's over Chanhassen going into period number 1. So looking at some other scores around high school hockey, or other games rather. Moorhead and Roseau. Obviously a huge game there when it comes to seedings implications in Section 8AA. Also another huge game up north. Hermantown takes on Grand Rapids, and that game, it's 1-0 Grand Rapids over Hermantown. A couple other games going on tonight. Rogers versus Centennial. That's a big game for Section 5AA. And that's about it, but lots of games going on around high school hockey. 46 games tonight as we are in pretty much the last week of high school hockey. So the team should be coming back on the ice here momentarily. We'll take one more quick break and we'll be back for the opening puck drop from the St. Louis Park Rec Center.
No better tradition than hockey. Tradition Companies is proud to serve our community's youth sports. Visit us at traditioncompanies.com to learn more.
The history of Tradition Capital Bank goes back to 2005. There were a couple different companies in existence already, Tradition Mortgage and Tradition Wealth Management. And I had known Eric Hendrickson, the president of Tradition Mortgage. Another gentleman by the name of Reed Evenson knew a gentleman by the name of Tip Ennebeck and said, hey, how cool would it be to start a bank someday to really serve our clients, not only on the mortgage side of things, not only on the wealth management side of the business, but to have a bank that can serve all their needs. And so we literally...
All right, welcome back, everybody. The teams are coming back on the ice right now. Red Knights taking the ice first, and then Chanhassen will follow. And Mike Greenlay's back on here. You want to provide your analysis from that first period of play?
Well, clearly, Benilde-St. Margaret, as we expected, came out with a lot of, a lot of steam after their 2-1 loss a few days ago, and just trying to get back on that winning spirit here with a couple games left in the season, and so they showed everything that they had. 15 shots on goal, had a couple of power play opportunities, didn't really give anything up, and that's something that's been a theme for Benilde-St. Margaret's over the last 16 games. Benilde has only given up 19 goals, and they've had 6 shutouts in that stretch. So clearly they aren't allowing very much. A lot of that, of course, is because they're in the offensive zone so much. Chanhassen looked like they were going to battle a bit, but they gave up one pretty quick after they tied the game up, and almost gave up another one, but a couple of good saves by Sean Gates kept the game at only a 1-goal deficit. But only 3 shots on goal for Chanhassen. I'll tell you what, you better make good with the chances that you have if you're only going to do that. And so I think they're going to have to find a way to spend more time in the other end of the ice.
Yeah, there's lots of reasons why this is a big game here tonight. When you look at the Metro West Conference standings, both teams have 22 points. They trail Chaska, who has 26 points for conference standings. And, it's obviously a big game going into the section playoffs. Both teams are in very tough sections. Chanhassen, they represent Section 2AA. And Benilde-St. Margaret's, they represent Section 6AA. Probably 2 of the toughest sections in the state, I would say.
Well, I guess it all comes down to next week, right? When we get rolling, that's when it really counts. And that's why every coach wants his team heading into the postseason with some confidence.
And period number 2 is underway from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Here's Tristan Sarsland deep in his own zone. He dished it off to Yakish. Back to Yakish now. He'll skate across the blue line to neutral. Now Sarsland will come in and pick it up. He will skate through the neutral zone. Now deep in the Chanhassen zone. Sarsland in the near corner. Now we have a battle for that puck. Once again, just getting underway for period number 2. We are 40 seconds into the period. Now for Chanhassen, it was picked up by Bosch. Now it comes out to Baker. Baker on the near side sends it up the near half wall to Eulenkamp. And now it's tipped in by Lee. I think he tried finding a pass there to Chris, but number 9 was heading off the ice. Opportunity there for the Storm.
Well, that's a puck, even though it was a kind of a quick pass from behind the net there. That's the kind that Evan Miller's got to put on net. That was a good feed out to him, and just missed it.
Play continues in the Red Knight zone. The puck goes over to the far side. Now Yakish will skate up the sideboards. Yakish to neutral. Now it goes off his skate, and a hit there when Yakish didn't have the puck. That was delivered by Evan Miller.
Maybe a little frustration for having just missed that shot.
And he was lucky that wasn't called as interference, because Yakish, he got rid of the puck way before that. Play continues on the Chanhassen zone. 15-10 to go here in period 2. The Storm will come away with it. It's flipped out to neutral. And picked up by Montang. There's a shot, and McElroy will make the glove save there. Just under 14 or 15 minutes to go here in period 2.
Well, a couple good bids in the offensive zone by Chanhassen. Trying to find a way to get a little bit closer here in the shot department. 4 shots total in this game, and it's not going to take much to beat their first period total of 3. So we'll see if they can mount a charge here with some spirited play and try and spend some time in the offensive zone.
Storm won the faceoff there, but then Garabee mishandled the puck there, and it was intercepted by Koski. Play in the Chanhassen zone now, but it's quickly brought out by Nicholson. Nicholson skates across the blue line, but he gets bumped off the play, and quickly the Red Knights turn around the other way. 3-on-2 opportunity, as there was an intended pass there for Stinger couldn't connect there. 14:25 to go in period 2. Sent off the glass by Chanhassen and brought into the zone by Tyler Smith. Here's Gavin Reed. Reed finds a pass up to Koski. Eulenkamp was able to get a stick on it, and he tipped it down to the backboards. He'll battle for it along with Reed, who backhands it up the boards out of the zone. Quickly brought right back in by Chris. And he gets it poked away by Sarsland. Now banked off the boards by Benilde-St. Margaret's play now in the Chanhassen zone. On the near side, Marshall. Now there's a pass, shot, and deflects up and out of play. Stoppage of play, 13:37 to go in period 2. Still 2-1 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's.
A little more free-flowing start to this period. As, both teams have had a couple of good opportunities on line rushes.
So face-off here to the left of the senior netminder, Sean Gates. Controlled by Chanhassen in their own zone. And it goes off the stick of a Red Knights player and leaves the zone there momentarily. Brought right back in by Gearin. Play on the near side along the half wall. And now it's flipped up and out of play by Dockman. The face-off will come outside the zone to neutral. Just a reminder, tonight's game is sponsored by Tradition Companies. Tradition is a family of Minnesota-based companies working for good in our communities, helping you connect the dots between your land development, financial services, and home building needs. Learn more at traditionco.com. So face off at neutral. It's going to be fired deep in the zone by Ben Thompson. Back up at the point, Reed trying to advance up the boards. A battle for that puck near the blue line, and the puck does go down in the corner. Now a weird bounce there as Nicholson tried sending it over to the far side. It hit the back of the netting, and now it's going to be carried out by Joey Parker. Big hit there at center ice, delivered by Thompson. Shot there deflects off a stick of a Red Knights player and goes wide. And now BSM will come away with it. 12.5 to go in period 2. McMorrow skates up through neutral. He backhands it down to the corner, and he will receive his own pass there. Now here's Koski. And now puck will leave the zone. Sarsland over to Yakish. Back to Sarsland now. Sarsland trying to find the pass there. He will send it into the Chanhassen zone nonetheless. Just under 12 to go now. Yakish back at the neutral zone and flipped all the way down by Sarsland.
That's a dangerous play by the goaltender. I know he wasn't trying to give up that rebound like that unless he was just trying to feed it to his defenseman. But, boy, that was in a dangerous spot.
And that was a nice hustle by the Benilde-St. Margaret's player as well.
Yeah, he made him have to think about it.
And now the Red Knights are going to be offside here with 11.5 to go. Still 2-1 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Just a reminder, tonight's game is sponsored by Sniper's Edge. Whether you train in your garage, at the rink, or the backyard, Sniper's Edge Hockey has the training products to help you play more and get better. Check us out online at snipersedgehockey.com to learn more. So a face-off in the neutral zone, quickly fired in by Benilde-St. Margaret's. And kept in at the blue line there momentarily. Now pass up to Eulenkamp at neutral. Eulenkamp on the near side. Now he wraps it around the boards over to the far side. Sent back down to the backboards. And now it's going to be carried out by the Red Knights. Quickly intercepted by Chanhassen. Now there's a pass up to Miller. Miller loses it. Sarsland in his own zone. Sarsland will skate up through the red line, but he bobbles it there, and it's intercepted by Risch.
I thought that was a bit of a hook there. Benilde got away with one. Risch had a little bit of a a jump on that puck that he'd stolen. Kind of got hooked in there a little bit.
Brought up by Yakish. He skates into the Chanhassen zone. Yakish behind the net. Sends it up to the point to Thompson. Now here's Marshall on the near side. Shot there, blockered away by Gates. Now a battle for that puck along the near half wall. 10-10 to go here in period 2. Dockman sends it down to the backboards, picked up by Bosch. And it's tipped out by the Storm to neutral and fired all the way down by Evan Miller. Deep in the zone as McElroy comes out to play the puck. Marshall. And he will send it the length of the ice. And nice hustle there by Dockman, as I believe he prevented the icing. It might have been waved off possibly before that, but either way, nice hustle there.
Yeah, gave himself an opportunity to set a play up, and that's what Benilde's doing here. They're aggressive into the offensive zone. I mean, here comes another aggressive forecheck. I mean, it just limits the time that Chanhassen has to really kind of make any kind of play.
And now we're going to have an icing against Chanhassen as Caden Lee sends it all the way down. So the face-off coming back in the Storm zone. Just a reminder, tonight's game is also sponsored by Tria, City County Credit Union, and St. Cloud State. 9:20 to go here in period 2. Face-off here to the left of Gates. And we're going to have a false start here against the Red Knights. So Koski will come in to take the draw now for Benilde-St. Margaret's. And it's won back by Chanhassen, sent to the near side. Over to Biskins. Sends it through neutral. Here's Yakish retreating back with it. Yakish will skate out of the zone with it. And he sends it up to Koski. It goes off his stick. Up and out of play while we'll face off at the neutral zone with 9:01 to go in period 2. Like I was talking about in between our first and second periods, 2 big games tonight up in northern Minnesota. Roseau and Moorhead, they are battling for that number 1 seed in Section 8 AA. And then also Hermantown and Grand Rapids are playing each other. A Class A and Class AA matchup there. 2 very intriguing matchups.
Yeah, there's going to be some great ones here. And we've talked about this all season long, and that is that there are not that many real standout teams. A lot of teams that have the ability to win this year. I think it's a pretty good field with a lot of teams that have that opportunity, and that in itself makes the playoffs really exciting.
Play continues in the neutral zone. Now back in the Red Knight zone. Picked up by Eulenkamp. Now he loses it in the skates of Yakish. Flipped out to center ice. Here's Biskins over to his defensive partner Curtis. Now back to Biskins. He finds the pass up to Risch. Risch skates up with it. Shot there, goes well wide. Deflects off the glass. And Caden Lee will pick it up, but he gets it poked away. A big hit there in front of the Chanhassen bench.
Risch went in there. He could have taken the puck instead. He took the body. Good aggressive play.
Flipped out by the Red Knights to neutral. And now they're going to be offside. We'll have a stoppage of play. Getting back to your point about the state hockey tournament, especially for Class AA, you know, it's been a long time since we've been able to say this. 1 through 8 at the state hockey tournament this year for Class AA has a shot to win the title, I think.
The depth is tremendous. You know, I love seeing that. I love seeing so many teams with that type of opportunity. It's going to be a fun one to watch this year for sure.
Face off here at the neutral zone in front of the Benilde-St. Margaret's bench. It's won back by Chanhassen. Bosch shoots it to neutral. Quickly brought back in by Dockman. Dockman's able to get a shot off there. It goes wide. Now Marshall will send it behind the net over to the far side. Dockman once again. Now sent up to neutral. Reed Shoots it wide. Now Thompson on the far side. Shoots it down to the backboards. Marshall will come away with it there. Back down to the backboards. We'll have a one-on-one battle now as a player from each team will come in and try to pick up that puck. It comes out to Baker now. Back over to Bosch. Bosch will shoot it out, intercepted by Reed. Fired back down, 6:40 to go here in period 2. It's still 2-1 in favor of the Red Knights over Chanhassen. A little bit more of a quieter period here for period number 2.
Yeah, a little bit, and I think that's just because of the way Chanhassen's been pressuring. They've been doing a lot better job in this period at forcing the issue, taking physical plays when they can, making sure they're managing the puck well out of their own zone. So they haven't had that many gaffes in this period, and it's afforded them a few chances offensively. Even if they haven't turned those into shots on goal, they're still getting down into the zone. And the more they do that, the more they take away Benilde's opportunity to kind of keep rolling.
There's a shot. Deflects off his stick and goes up and out of play. So far, goaltender Sean Gates, he has 17 saves on 19 shots, while the goaltender on the other side, Mason McElroy, 3 saves on 4 shots. Another face-off here in the Chanhassen zone on the far side. One back by the Storm. Play on the near side now. Battle for that puck as it trickles down to the backboards. Now takes a weird carom, comes out front, and Gates will fall on that one.
Yeah, they've had the 2 goals against them were kind of quirky goals. The first one, granted, was a screenshot, but it just didn't have what seemed like a lot of power, but it still found its way in. And the second one was even quirkier as it kind of got kicked around and then just shoved into the open net. But that's why managing that puck around the goal crease is of utter importance.
Sarsland up at the point. Shot there. That's blocked by Evan Miller. Now here's Ben Curtis coming away with it. Trying to get away from the pressuring Red Knights player. Now it's carried out by Risch. Risch in the corner now. Numerous players are in that corner battling for that puck. It comes out now to McMorrow. McMorrow is able to tip it out. Now play back in the Chanhassen zone. Biskins back to Curtis. Curtis through center ice. Now finds a pass up to Biskins. Now a drop pass back to Curtis. Backhand shot there, and McElroy makes a save. One of the better opportunities for Chanhassen there, but Curtis he didn't get a lot off that shot there.
No, it was a backhander, and he was a little off balance. He was looking for some help in front. Benilde did a good job defensively. They took away his options, and all he had left was a weak backhander, and goaltender McElroy handled the rest.
5:05 to go here in period 2. Still 2-1 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret. Now some of the Chanhassen fans want a penalty there. No call. So one of the Storm players got tripped up there. Brought out by Marshall to neutral. Dished off to Dockman. Dockman can't get it through the Chanhassen player there. Still controlled by the Red Knights. Pass up to Reed. Reed with a shot right on, and Gates is able to make the quick save there, preventing that rebound from coming out.
Well, a few more opportunities here for Chanhassen, but also they've given up a few as well. Still very lopsided in the shots department as we kind of crawl towards the end of the second period. But you know what? That's one thing that Chanhassen seems to do so well, and that is stay in hockey games. I mean, they only trail by 1 goal here. I mean, that's as we all know, just 1 shot away from tying this game, and it's funny what that would do to a team that's had more opportunities to be in a tie hockey game. All of a sudden, it's a bit of a psychological trick, if you will, because then they start to ask themselves, well, what do we have to do?
Koski backhands it towards the net, and Gates covers it up. 4:13 to go here in period 2. Of course, head coach of Benilde-St. Margaret's Ken Pauley in his 32nd season overall coaching high school hockey, 29th season behind the bench for Benilde-St. Margaret's. He's had quite the tenure, huh?
You do anything for 30 years.
Yeah.
You can definitely claim seniority in it.
Benilde-St. Margaret still controls on their offensive zone. A wraparound opportunity there for Mason Stenger. And Gates covers it up once again. Stoppage of play with 3:55 to go in period 2.
Well, it was actually well executed by Stenger. He challenged the goaltender on one side of the net, which means the goaltender had to pay respect, but he just kept his speed going around behind the net for the wraparound, and that you're basically freezing the goaltender on one side of the net, and goaltenders need momentum to get around, and so that was a well-played situation.
And now a tripping penalty against Ristow of Benilde-St. Margaret's. That is probably as easy as it gets when calling a penalty. So Chanhassen heading to the power play here, and they've had one power play in this hockey game. They technically did not score on the power play as the power play expired in that first period, but they scored seconds after when it got back to 5-on-5.
Well, here's what I'm talking about. You know, if Chanhassen's able to tie this hockey game right now, well, and then they essentially being outshot by a large margin. But now we're at penalty coming up, and oh my, it basically just evened things up. That is a very unfortunate scenario. Jack Christ will head to the box as he got tied up there with one of the Benilde players, and so much for your power play. It lasted 4 seconds.
So yeah, we'll have 4-on-4 hockey now for 1:56. And yeah, that's a tough break for number 9, Jack Christ. He heads to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. So Benilde-St. Margaret's controlled there momentarily in their offensive zone. Now brought up through neutral by Caden Lee. Play continues deep in the Benilde-St. Margaret zone. Here's Yakish. And now sent through neutral by McMorrow into the Chanhassen zone. Here's Biskins. He dishes it up to Rish. The puck goes down to the corner in the BSM zone. Baker. And he gets bumped off the play there. Both players fall down. Now Eulenkamp trying to make a move there. Gets it poked away by Yakish. Now Marshall backhands it up to McMorrow. Back to Marshall now. Marshall enters the Storm zone trying to find a pass there, but it goes right to Jake Rish. Rish up to Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp driving right to the net and shoots it just wide there. Nice move by Eulenkamp.
Well, he's such an aggressive player, but just couldn't get that one in the 6x4. But boy, what a great move there to give himself an opportunity.
I just broadcasted Chanhassen in their last game against Orono. As there's a shot and a goal. Mitchell Dockman, upper shelf, and he scores with 2:12 to go here in period 2. What a beautiful shot there by the senior Dockman.
Well, he just dragged everyone with him and then shot that back against the grain up high and used the defenseman as a screen. And Sean Gates just didn't see that coming, and boy, it was well placed up off the pipe. 3-1, and very, very timely here because Chanhassen was getting some opportunities. And so 3-1 is the score, and as we near the end of the second period, that can be very damaging here.
His 10th goal of the year was assisted by number 15, Ryan Guerin. 10th goal, 14-48.
So once again, that was number 20, Mitchell Dockman, scoring his 10th goal of the season, with the single assist going to number 15, Ryan Guerin. So that goal makes it 3-1 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret. Not sure why they're playing music right now, as play is still continuing. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here, by the way. This play continues back in the Chanhassen zone, picked up by Garraby. Now Miller trying to find a pass there, but he coughs it up to a Benilde-St. Margaret's player. Shot right on there by Caleb Koski, and Gates makes the save with 1:22 to go here in period 2.
Now it just seems like every time Chanhassen appears to be on the precipice of getting a little bit of momentum going, a little bit of good going their way, it seems to backfire on them. They had a power play, and then 4 seconds in, they ended up taking a penalty and basically nullifying that. They did a good job on the 4-on-4, getting some chances, and then boom, all of a sudden Benilde scores. So just kind of, I have not been able to sustain any kind of good luck or good pressure or good fortune.
Play continues in the Chanhassen zone as we have 1 minute to go here in period 2. And the puck will come out to Chris. And it's flipped out of the zone.
Up into the rafters, and so that'll go back.
Not sure if it hit anything, but I think there's a rule that if it goes over the beam, they just blow it dead.
And that's exactly what it did. So a little attempt to clear the zone, ended up taking it all the way back down their own end. And less than a minute to go here. And Chanhassen's going to have their work cut out for them. 8 shots on goal, so they've done a very good job in amplifying that a little bit.
Another shot there for Benilde-St. Margaret's. This time it was Peter Geertsen with the shot on nets. Sean Gates makes the save. Another shot that goes well wide, and it bounces up to the point to Yakish, and now tipped out by Caden Lee. Sarzan will chase for that puck as he has pressure coming from Lee. And it's dished off to Yakish, now sent up the far half wall and carried out by Geertsen. Now here's a possible opportunity, and a centering pass out front.
What a save there by Gates. Boy, he's made a couple of dandies in this game.
And yeah, he has 24 saves here in the hockey game on 27 shots. And after a battle for that puck in the near corner in the Chanhassen zone, the time will expire. That does it for period number 2 from St. Louis Park. Our score now, 3-1, Benilde-St. Margaret's over Chanhassen. Shots on goal, 27-8, also in favor of the Red Knights. Well, Mike, any thoughts from that second period?
Well, I just think that Chanhassen, they can't make mistakes. If you're not going to get the kind of opportunities that you're going to get to maybe just have one bounce in off somebody, then you better be darn sure that you're not giving the puck up or making mistakes or nullifying your own power play with a penalty that you shouldn't take. So you got to be perfect here, and Chanhassen's got to do that in the third period to have a chance, and maybe score one early here to at least make it interesting. Otherwise, I think Benilde's just going to use the depth and roll on them.
So we'll take a break here. We'll come back and recap the scoring from period number 2. Once again, Benilde-St. Margaret's 3 and Chanhassen 1. You are watching Hockey Night in Minnesota, presented by Tradition Companies with Care 11.
No better tradition than hockey. Tradition Companies is proud to serve our community's youth sports. Visit us at traditioncompanies.com to learn more.
So Anabai Construction Company started in 1905. So I'm the third generation, and now we have Eric and Jake.
One of the neatest things that I get to do when I go new places and talk about Tradition Companies is talk about the history of the company, and it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years.
Really, it just came down to trying to figure out better ways to serve the customer, and so it wasn't necessarily about making more money, but it was about providing a more seamless turnkey customer experience. So just kind of slowly over the years, we added additional pieces to the puzzle.
So we started the Tradition Companies basically to figure out how we could do vertical integration that encompassed pretty much everything from the dirt to the final closing at title.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on KARE 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on KARE 11.
What if there was a place where everything was hockey?
Finding escape. Here comes Steves in on goal, all alone.
In Minnesota, there is.
Scores!
Sniper's Edge Hockey is your one-stop shop for your at-home hockey training needs on and off the ice. Find the perfect start to your at-home training area with slick tiles, synthetic ice, or a rink liner. Or upgrade your home setup with one of our top-quality training tools to help you work on soft hands, all of your deeks and dangles, perfect your one-timer, and improve the power and accuracy of your shot. Find it all online and in stock for immediate shipping at snipersedgehockey.com.
Always on, always moving, always connecting. With a top-rated app that lets...
Welcome back, hockey fans. We are in between our second and third periods here for Hockey Night in Minnesota. It is 3-1 Benilde-St. Margaret's over Chanhassen. After 2 periods of play, once again, the shots on goal, 27-8 in favor of the Red Knights. We had 1 goal in that second period, which belonged to Benilde-St. Margaret's, and that was scored by number 20, Mitchell Dockman. Beautiful shot, upper shelf. That was his 10th goal of the season to make it 3-1, with the single assist going to number 15, Ryan Gearin. So once again, 3-1 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Just looking at some other scores around high school hockey here tonight. Alexandria defeated Fergus Falls 3-0. Kitson Central over Bagley Foston 5-2. Greenway over Park Rapids 4-2. Moorhead over Roseau 4-0. That's a huge win for the Spuds, as it looks like they will lock down that number 1 seed in Section 8 AA. International Falls over North Shore 7-2. Spring Lake Park over South St. Paul 7-0. See if I can find a couple other scores here. Looks like that's it for final scores. Of course, another intriguing matchup up north in the 2-1-8. Grand Rapids and Hermittown are battling tonight, and that game is still in progress. It's 2-1 Grand Rapids over Hermittown at the IRA Civic Center. A couple other scores of games that are going on. Shakopee over Farmington 5-2. That's in progress. Lakeville South 2, Rosemount 0. And Duluth East and St. Cloud are tied up at 1 apiece up at the Heritage Sports Center in Duluth. So Zamboni's still out here in between our second and third intermission, or periods, rather. So we'll take one more break, and we'll be back for the final period of play from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. You are watching Hockey Night in Minnesota, presented by Tradition Companies with Care 11.
Always connecting. With a top-rated app that lets you deposit checks and transfer money anytime, anywhere, City and County Credit Union is here when and where you need us. A fast, safe, and contact-free way to manage your money. No matter where you are or what you're doing, be in control of your money with a checking account designed for life on the go. Because life is busy. We get it. Let us help. Visit City and County Credit Union to get started. Insured by NCUA.
I always like to call myself a sports storyteller. My philosophy for doing sports is to be thorough. I like to go behind the helmet. I love to talk to athletes and hear their stories. Catch me every weeknight at 10 on Care 11.
From sunshine to rainstorms and thunder, even snow. No matter what comes your way, when you think of weather, think of Bell. Chief Meteorologist Belinda Jensen, weeknights at 10 on Care 11.
At the end of the day, it's about people. I come to work with this group, and I know they got my back, and they know I got theirs, and we have a, I heard from our top guy, Tip Ennebeck, way back, if you treat people with respect, you do what you say you're gonna do, I just feel like it's all about people.
All right, welcome back, hockey fans. The Red Knights are taking the ice right now here at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. And we're just about ready for the final period of play. Once again, 3-1 Benilde-St. Margaret's over Chanhassen after 2 periods of play. And our final Hockey Night in Minnesota game this season will be tomorrow night. Pete Wagner will be back behind the microphone with the play-by-play call. Mike Greenlay once again with the color analysis. And we will be live from Aldrich Arena, another marquee matchup between Maple Grove and Hill Murray, 2 Class AA powerhouses.
Yeah, it should be a good, entertaining hockey game, and good viewership, but also good attendance at this game here at the St. Louis Park Rec Center, and I expect nothing less tomorrow night. in that matchup.
Well, Chanhassen's very much still in this hockey game, trailing 3-1, but you got to put more shots on net than 8 shots in 2 periods when you're playing Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Either that or you better have a heck of a shooting percentage. I mean, you need to start finding ways to get yourself into the offensive zone a little bit more frequently. But that's Benilde-St. Margaret. They're just as stingy as they are prolific in scoring.
Once again, the shots on goal after 2 periods of play, 27-8 in favor of the Red Knights. It's Chris taking the face-off for Chanhassen, Ryan Gearin for Benilde-St. Margaret's, and period number 3 is underway from St. Louis Park. Play along the near sideboards. It's going to go back in the Red Knight zone. Backhanded over to Sarslin, who picks up the puck off the carom there. Now here's Marshall. He will carry it out. Marshall crosses the red line and gives it off to Gearin. Here's Yakish now, trying to find the pass over to Gearin, but couldn't connect. But now Gearin does come away with it. Yakish to Sarslin. Heavy shots from the point, and that one goes right past the goaltender, Gates. What a powerful shot there by the senior captain, Tristan Sarslin, to make it 4-1.
Well, kind of a definitive start here for Benilde-St. Margaret's. They did not, at the end of the second period, they scored a goal. They scored one at the beginning of the third here. They're basically saying, this is going to be it. We are going to roll the rest of the way, whether we score more or not. It's going to be this type of existence.
His second goal of the game, and 11th attempt of the season. Number 6, Tristan Sarslin. Assistant number 16, Brady Yakish, and number 20, Mitchell Dockman. Time total 35 seconds. Sarslin from Yakish and Dockman at 35 seconds.
So once again, that was Tristan Sarslin scoring his second goal of the hockey game and 10th of the season to make it 4-1 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. He was assisted by number 16, that was Brady Yakish, his defensive partner. Second assist to number 20, Mitchell Dockman, as the Red Knights are swarming once again around the net, and it's covered up by Gates. And a couple some extracurricular activity after the whistle there. The Storm are starting to get a little bit frustrated as they trail 4-1.
Yeah, there's some pushing and shoving there for sure in front of the net. But you know what? Benilde, they didn't have any bodies hitting the ice, and that's on Chanhassen. They need to make a team pay for slapping away in front of the net, in front of their goaltender. But eventually it got settled by taking one of each to the box.
And that's number 5, Ben Thompson, in the box for the Red Knights, and then number 25, Jake Risch. So coincidental minor roughing penalties on both players. So once again, we're 1 minute and 16 seconds into our final period of play. As now Coach Ken Pauley wants an explanation on the call there, and they're putting 2 minutes on the scoreboard.
Beginning with the Chanhassen Storm, 25, Jake Risch.
Does someone get an extra couple, maybe? I think he might have tossed somebody, or I don't know. It's no, we're just there's an extra body going in the Benilde-St. Margaret's side, so probably an extra couple there, and that's why the 2 is up on the board for Benilde. So a power play looks like coming up here for Chanhassen.
That will be number 37, A.J. Pauley, serving the second penalty on Ben Thompson, number 5. So a power play here for Chanhassen. So they trail 4-1, 15:40 remaining in our hockey game. Now we have a stoppage of play for a high stick, I guess, against Chanhassen. So the faceoff will stay in the Storm zone here. Face-off here to the right of Gates. Minute 50 remaining on that power play for Chanhassen. Controlled by Biskins. Biskins gives it off to Chris. Chris skates up through neutral. Coming away with it is Joey Parker. The puck caroms over to the far side. Biskins sends it across the blue line over to Baker. Back to Biskins. Biskins still with it, now down to Parker. Now Baker. Back to Biskins now on the near side. Minute 12 remaining on the power play for Chanhassen. Baker. Now a centering pass out front there, intended pass to Parker. And can't connect on the pass there. Very interesting that Joey Parker is on the power play when he's listed on the fourth line for this Chanhassen team. This is the second time I've noticed that he was out there to start the power play.
Well, he might be trying to park him in front of the net somewhere. See where he kind of ends up there in the zone.
So now we're going to have an icing now against Chanhassen. 36 seconds remaining on the power play. And I feel like, once again, they're trying to be a little too cute on that power play. You got to shoot it more.
Well, a lot of perimeter passing right now, so that, Benilde, they'll be glad just to stand there and watch them pass it around the perimeter. They need to start challenging the inside of that zone, inside of that box.
30 seconds remaining on the power play for Chanhassen. Nicholson finds a pass up to Garraby. Puck along the backboards. Now it's clubbed over to the near side by Lervik of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Looks like head coach Ken Pauley sending some other players out there. First time I've called Lervik's name. Curtis on the near side. And that does it for the power play for Chanhassen as it was sent out front. Now picked up by Eulenkamp. He can't get the shot on net there. Once again, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Here's a shot and a goal! Eulenkamp with his second of the game. And once again, right when that power play expired, the Storm capitalized. They get within two.
Well, just it's a lot of effort, especially by that line. But Eulenkamp, he just never stops. I mean, his legs are always moving, and he helped create a turnover. And then this time, he was able to grab the puck himself. He circled to a high-scoring area, and he found a way to make it a 2-goal game.
So about 13 and a half to go here in regulation, and here's the official announcement on the goal. So that was an unassisted goal there for Eulenkamp, his second of the hockey game. He has scored both goals for Chanhassen, and that was scored with 13:27 remaining here in period number 3. That's his 13th goal on the season. Like I said, second of the game. Play continues back in the Chanhassen zone, just under 13 minutes to go here in regulation. Now fired through neutral, and Yakish mishandles the puck there, but he will quickly regain possession. Yakish on the near side, he backhands it off the boards, and Koski will come away with it now. Koski past the Yakish, pad save there by Gates. A big hit there over in the far corner. Bosch sends it up to Baker. Now brought into the Benilde zone by Hansen. Well, the puck will go up into the netting. 12:15 to go here in period 3. 4-2 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Just a reminder, tonight's game is sponsored by Tradition Companies. Tradition is a family of Minnesota-based companies working for good in our communities, helping you connect the dots between your land development, financial services, and home building needs. Learn more at traditionco.com. Play continues in the Red Knight zone over on the far half wall, tipped out by Benilde to neutral. Now picked up by Eulenkamp. Sends it back to Garraby. And along the far half wall, back to the corner. Now the Red Knights control here. Here's Norris. Norris has 2 points tonight. He scored the first goal and also assisted the second goal. Well, the puck will go all the way down for an icing with 11:38 to go in period 3.
Well, a little flurry of activity for Chanhassen. I don't know how much pressure they're going to be able to apply here. Got 11:38 left, and they have 9 shots on goal. They've done well for what they've been able to generate.
Face off in the Chanhassen zone. Well, another stoppage of play as it goes up and out of play near the Chanhassen bench. About 11 and a half to go now. Reminder, tonight's game is also sponsored by Sniper's Edge. Whether you train in your garage, at the rink, or the backyard, Sniper's Edge Hockey has the training products to help you play more and get better. Check us out online at snipersedgehockey.com to learn more. Fired all the way down by the Storm. This time it will go on net, though, and covered up by McElroy as he had pressure coming from number 24, Caden Lee. Another stoppage of play here. We'll face off here to the left of McElroy. One back by the Red Knights. Here's Gavin Reed. Gavin Reed sends it up the far side as it's tipped out by Marshall. Play back in the Chanhassen zone. Biskins. The Garraby. And tipped in by Nicholson. Into the zone, playing the near corner. Just under 11 minutes to go here in regulation. Update on shots on goal, 31-10 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. And the Red Knights try completing a stretch pass there, but Marshall is unable to get a stick on it. That's an icing against Benilde-St. Margaret's.
Well, Benilde looks like they've kind of settled into their game a little bit here, where they're not really forcing the issue quite as much. They're rather happy to defend, knowing that they aren't the type of team to give up that many goals. 2 is actually more than they've given up on average in the last 16 games.
Brought back in by Chanhassen. There's a shot. Eulenkamp with another look there. And another stoppage of play. Puck goes up into the netting. 10:23 to go in period 3. Getting back to a point I was making in the second period before Benilde-St. Margaret scored. I broadcasted Chanhassen's game against Orono last Saturday, and I believe Eulenkamp had 2 goals in that game, so he's been red hot lately.
Yeah, sophomore. He's going to have a pretty good run here. He now is tied for the team lead with 13 goals with Caden Lee.
Storm controlling their offensive zone. Little shot there from the sideboards by Curtis, and McElroy will glove that one. Another stoppage of play here. We've had about 5 or 6 stoppages of play in the last 2 minutes or so.
Well, Chanhassen's doing their very best to get opportunities. They've sent their shot total to 12 now. Trying to do anything they can to make this interesting. It's going to be tough, though.
Face off to the right of McElroy. And it's quickly carried out by Koski. Koski will flip it down to the far corner. And the Storm will come away with it. Lee sends it up to Miller. Puck goes just wide, and then Lee attempts to put a shot on net there from the goal line. Yeah, Sarsland controls. He sends it over to, that was Gavin Reed. Now picked up at the neutral zone by Gotti. Well, the Storm will control in their defensive zone. Lee will receive a pass, but he's unable to clear the zone, and a turnover there, and basically a breakaway for Caleb Koski, but he really didn't get a shot off there.
Yeah, rolling puck. It was kind of a quick little giveaway by Chanhassen.
Another opportunity, and then Marshall had the wide open net there, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Just under 9 minutes to go here in period 3. Now the puck comes out to Hansen. Play on the far side. Now Hansen receives a pass at neutral. Hansen will race for that puck, but Yakish will come away with it. There's a pass up to Dockman. Dockman will drive to the net, has an opening and a goal. Dockman scores his second of the game. It's now 5-2 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's with 8.5 to go here in regulation.
When they've needed to, they've forced the issue and made some good plays here to continue to give themselves the separation they need to have a pretty comfortable goal of it.
Like I said, Dockman's second goal of the game. Of course, he had the lone goal of period number 2. That was just a nice effort. Had that opening, and he buries it.
11th of the season, number 20, Mitchell Dockman. Goal was assisted by number 9, Marshall, and number 16, Brady Yakish. And goal at 32. Dockman from Marshall.
So once again, Mitchell Dockman scoring his second goal of the game, 11th of the season, to make it 5-2. And he was assisted by Adam Marshall, number 9, and number 16, Brady Yakish. That goal was scored with 8:28 remaining in period 3, and that one really puts a damper on things, Mike.
Well, I felt there was a damper on the 4-1 goal, but Chanhassen certainly didn't relent, and they got themselves a goal, but it was, within 2, and then again, this is kind of it's been the theme of this game. Whenever the opportunity has come, Benilde-St. Margaret has showed some separation.
So just under 8 to go here in our third period. Once again, 5-2 in favor of BSM. Play continues in the Chanhassen zone in the near corner. Now the puck will come out to Evan Miller. He will skate over the blue line, trying to find the pass to Garrity there. Can't connect. Here's Lervik. Now Yakish skates behind the net. Yakish will go coast to coast with it. He fires it on net, and a pad save there by Gates. Another shot, and deflects off the stick of the goaltender. Kept in by Sarsland. Boy, this D combination of Yakish and Sarsland's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, now they have the size, it's plenty of strength and skill, so it's really, it's given them the ability to have offensive pursuits, which they have. Sarsland's 2 goals in this hockey game.
Now intercepted by Chanhassen, trying to center it. There was Chris. Now the puck will trickle out of the zone. Brought back in. Now play back in the Chanhassen zone. Now the puck goes up the sideboards, and it's backhanded out by Eulenkamp. Now play continues in the BSM zone. Here's Koski. He will skate across the blue line and will accelerate through neutral. Shot there, deflects wide, goes over to the far corner. 6:08 to go here in period number 3. Once again, it's 5-2 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's. Now picked up by Lervik. He sends it to the near side. Yakish finds a pass in the neutral zone. Up to Marshall. He fires it over the net. Puck wraps around the boards up to Yakish. Sends it back down deep in the zone. Now here's Dockman battling for that puck. It'll come out to Chanhassen's Curtis. 5.5 to go here in period 3. And now we're going to have an icing here against Chanhassen. Face-off coming back in the Storm zone. Just a reminder that tonight's game is sponsored by Tria City County Credit Union and St. Cloud State. So the face-off will go to the right of Gates. Off the face-off, it goes over to Biskins, who carries it to the near side. Now the puck will travel through neutral. Now tipped back out by the Red Knights. Fired right back in by Curtis. Now play over on the far side. Yakish comes away with it. Just over 5 to go. Here's A.J. Polly at neutral. Polly gets bumped off the play. He's able to flip it into the Chanhassen zone. Now here's Caden Lee. Lee sends it down to the backboards, and now a hit there, delivered by Yakish. Now Lee finds a pass over to Rish. And now a shot there, and a save by McElroy. And looks like the net is off its bearings. 4:36 to go in period 3. It remains 5-2 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's.
One thing I've loved about doing the high school games, especially this season, is I've never seen quit by any team, no matter what the score or what the situation. These guys just get out here, and the girls as well. I mean, they're just no quit. They just keep their legs moving. They don't. Even if they're down, they don't play the score, which could easily mean teams would pack their tents. You don't see that. They just give everything they've got, which is just a treat to watch.
Nick Morrow's going to come away with it. Shot there and goes over the netting and up and out of play with 4:14 to go. Of course, in our last hockey night in Minnesota game, it was from the IRA Civic Center, and Grand Rapids got, I believe it was 2-1 victory over Section 7 AA opponent Andover. And it ended with a penalty shot. Miles Gunderson denied Thorson of Andover. That was quite the game up in Grand Rapids.
Raucous crowd, no doubt.
Kept in by Benilde-St. Margaret. Shot there and a glove save by Gates. Another stoppage to play. Just over 4 to go here in period 3. Yeah, and of course they're playing Hermantown tonight. Another huge crowd at the IRA Civic Center for that one. Of course, I've been kind of following that game. My brother's a junior on the Thunderhawks, so it's going to be nerve-wracking. Section playoffs coming up. It's always it's always very emotional, especially when you have a family member on the team. But it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
You literally got skin in the game.
Yeah. Brought to neutral by the Red Knights. Brought in by Norris. Now picked up by McMorrow. Pass over to the far side. Now Garraby will come away with it. Storm are trying to work it out here, and it's just going to be iced all the way down by Evan Miller. 3:10 to go here, period 3. Another face-off in the Storm zone. Shots on goal now, 37-14 in favor of Benilde-St. Margaret's, and they still lead 5-2.
No, I think the first period gave us a sample of what we were going to see all game long, unless there was a drastic change of some kind, and it's not always easy to make those type of changes that are meaningful. And Benilde-St. Margaret's is a team they are because of the way that they're able to control hockey games.
Battle for the puck over in the far corner in the Chanhassen zone. And it's going to be flipped out by Eulenkamp. Eulenkamp has scored both goals for his team here tonight. We actually have 3 players with multiple goals in this hockey game. Of course, Tristan Sarsland and Mitchell Dockman. Play continues in the Chanhassen zone. 2.5 to go. Now the puck comes to the near side. Now play at the neutral zone. It's going to be fired all the way down by Gavin Reed. Now carried out by Tyler Smith and brought right back in by Ryan Baird of the Red Knights. Baird with a nice play there. Now Sarsland is unable to keep the puck in. Exactly 2 minutes to go.
Goaltender Sean Gates has lost his stick. It's actually in behind the net. His defender finally went back and got it, but that's kind of a risky play. I know it doesn't look like a far distance, but to skate all the way around the net to the back of the net when the puck is in play is always a little bit dicey.
Battle for that puck along the near half wall. Here's Yakish up at the point. Shot there, a nice tip, and they get the rebound. And that goal will make it 6-2 this time. It is number 8, Gino Gotti, the fourth liner, finding the back of the net. That makes it 6-2, like I said, exactly a minute and a half to go here in period 3.
BSM definitely putting a stamp on this one. Big bounce back game for them after a 2-1 loss to Chaska last game, and they right now have a resounding lead of 6-2 over Chanhassen. As you mentioned earlier, Chanhassen has 4 seniors, which means this squad's going to be pretty good for the next year or two, for sure. Chanhassen, that is.
Yeah, they only have 4 seniors on this team, and Gates is one of the seniors. And in the junior varsity game, the backup goaltender to Gates, he's a junior, and he's a very solid goaltender as well. He's gone, in the games he's played for varsity action, he's gone 4-0, and he made a lot of saves in that JV game. We have a penalty coming up on Benilde-St. Margaret. It's only 40 seconds to go. Here is Baker. Still a delayed penalty on the Red Knights. 30 seconds to go. Now it's finally touched up by Thompson. And pretty meaningless power play here at the end of this one for Chanhassen.
.28 seconds left, so yeah. And now he's going to get some more. Looks like he got a misconduct. As it was Gotti that was the one that was getting the penalty, but we're going to send some more guys in there.
And just recapping that goal for Benilde that made it 6-2. It was scored by Gino Gotti. It looks like he got the penalty there. And then he was assisted by A.J. Polly, number 37, and number 16, Brady Yakish. And I'm not sure what transpired there, but he's lucky maybe he didn't get a game misconduct or something. I mean, he must have said something to the referee. I'm not totally sure, but
hard to say.
So 25 seconds to go as play continues in the Red Knights zone. Play up at the point. Storm control. 15 seconds to go. Red Knights will move to 18-5 on the season, 7-1 in the Metro West Conference, while the Chanhassen Storm will fall to 18-5-1. And that will do it from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Our final score here tonight, it's Benilde-St. Margaret 6 and Chanhassen 2.
Well, there's no doubt about that one. Benilde, right from the start, they took over the shot department. They controlled the puck. Not a lot of mistakes. And they get rewarded with a big win here after dropping their first game in 16 straight. Last game against Chaska.
It's now time for the Tradition Company's player of the game, and that goes to Tristan Sarsland of Benilde-St. Margaret's. He had a big game, 2 goals on the night.
Yeah, defenseman with a couple of goals, and just a big, strong defender. Did not give up a lot in terms of Chanhassen opportunities. So going to give him the player of the game for a solid effort and a couple of goals. And kind of exemplifies the way that Benilde-St. Margaret can defend and score goals all at once.
And now it's time for the Sniper's Edge snipe of the game, and that was the third in their last game against Orono. As there's a shot and a goal, Mitchell in their last game against Orono. As there's a shot and a goal, Mitchell in their last game against Orono. As there's a shot and a goal, Mitchell
in the game winner. So pretty nice goal by him.
So once again, our final score here tonight, Benilde-St. Margaret's 6 and Chanhassen 2. We thank everyone for tuning in for our Hockey Night in Minnesota presented by Tradition Companies with Care 11. For Mike Greenlay, I'm Blake Mortensen saying so long from St. Louis Park. Good night, everybody.